I was talking to my friend the other day, and she said that I should do a video on this. So I'm going to do a video on this because of my radio show and um, the work that I have been doing and the guests that I have. I've come across a few animal communicators in my interviews that I've done. And she called me the other day because she said that her tias told her to call me because she was having a problem with her dog. Her dog is older. I don't remember how old she is, but she's pretty old. Um, and they have moved and they've been going through a lot of changes and had to stay in like an Airbnb and until they finally found a place to kind of settle down. So she in the period of about a month, she moved a few times, and she was pretty stressed out. And of course, her mom, my friend, is very, very stressed out, so she could feel her energy. So she said, I don't know why they told me to call you. So I said, okay, this is what you should try. And I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it's just because from the people that I've spoken to. I said, imagine her as like the age group of like an 8 to 10-year-old. You're the mom, she's the child, right? So she's feeding off of your energy because what happened was she wouldn't settle down. She even went to the ER. They even gave this poor baby a sedative, and it still didn't settle her down. And it had a lot to do with when the furniture was finally delivered. The smell of the furniture from the old space like triggered her, and she couldn't settle down. And she already has health issues. She's an elderly dog. She's elderly. So I said, okay, well, she's feeding off of you, first of all. I said, so you have to talk to her and you have to tell her that everything is going to be okay, that you guys are going to be fine, that this is a new adventure, that this is a new period in your life and that it's okay to feel the way that you're feeling because change is scary. Like talk to her like you would talk to a child. Like you in your mind, you talk to your animal like you talk to your animal's higher mind. That's what I've heard these animal communicators do, and that's what they recommend. I said, put a picture of her up, light a white candle, and send her healing, calming energy, and keep telling the picture that it's going to be okay because it's all about the energy. But in your mind, keep talking to her. Talk to her like you would be talking to your child who was 8 to 10 years old. If you were making big moves and they were scared and anxious, and they could feel that you were scared and anxious, and they don't know how to handle it, so they're feeding off of that energy and they can't relax. I said, go, if you don't want to take a bath, take a shower, pour some Epsom salt in the bottom of the tub. Let the water wash off your anxiety. The Epsom salts is good. It's an energy cleansing. It cleanses your body. It'll absorb the anxiety. And hopefully those things will work. And just keep talking to her to help her understand what's going on. Right? So you're talking in your mind to your animal's higher mind and you're explaining to them what's going on. So she texted me a picture of her dog later and she said, oh my God, that worked. She's finally sleeping because she hadn't slept in like over 24 hours. Like the dog was like so stressed out, even with sedatives, right? She's like, oh my God. She said, so you should talk about that. So I said, okay, well then I'll do a video. So here I'm doing the video. So if you have an animal that is going through a lot of anxiety or afraid, get yourself as calm and peaceful as you can and talk in your mind. You can do it out loud too, but you're talking to your animal's higher mind, their higher spirit, and tell them exactly what is going on, explain the situation, and let them know that they're going to be okay and you're going to be okay and it's going to be okay. And see if that works for you. Now, I am not an animal communicator. I feel like I have a special connection with cats. Yeah, crazy cat lady, whatever. But it seems to have worked. And she's like, you should share it in one of your videos. So here you go, sharing it. I hope that helps. All right, see you next time.